Kombat Kast starts now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the latest edition of the Kombat Kast.
We were so synchronized there. It was really good.
We are very excited to be here. I am Tyler Lansdowne, one of the community managers here at NetherRealm Studios.
And I'm Derek Kurtzik, one of the designers here at NetherRealm Studios.
Stephanie Brownback, QA lead at NetherRealm Studios.
Hey, we did it.
Yay!
Yeah. All right.
So we're really excited today to bring you Homelander,
Yep.
and we're going to show some Ferra as well. Might be a little bit
Bringing
shorter.
Homelander to your home.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of a shorter stream today, but we're very excited to show you this character because he is great and so much fun just to play.
Lasers!
Lasers and flight and everything. But before we can do that, I'm sure a lot of you have seen the trailer already.
Yeah, but
if not,
you live under a rock.
here it is right now.
There.
You have chosen war with a god.
No, you have.
Fight.
That'll get ratings.
You are the most insecure, most selfish.
Sticks and stones, Katana. Everyone has a freezing point. Take your best shot, Frosty.
Finish him. Fatality. Homelander wins. Flawless victory.
All right, that is Homelander. He's such a personality-based character, and I feel like the team really nailed his sly grins and like the fourth wall breaking with the throw. What do you like about Homelander?
I personally like all the TV show references, right? Like, it always makes me laugh anytime we are able to incorporate things that you saw from the show into a fight style, or into a fatality, or into anything. And I always love those sort of nods to, the source material.
And super fun for the design team, because y'all just get to watch a lot of the source material
Yeah.
and find really cool deep
Conveniently,
cuts.
we're all huge fans of The Voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And Gen V.
And the milk intro is just, it's It's got to be the weirdest, in the best way possible, facial capture stuff we've done in this game.
He loves milk.
The little tongue part, it's so good.
Really cool. So that was Homelander. We will be showing Homelander later. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about a few things that are coming up. So, Derek, I'd like to start with you.
Sup.
Could you discuss a little bit about the upcoming season?
Yeah, of course. So, new season of the Reptile. Reptile is invading this season, so you get a bunch of cool reptilian skins. Also, we've done some quality of life adjustments and, changes. We have more of the kind of one-off missions. One new kind of one-off mission we have is called Quick Draw, which I know Sean Hemrick will love. Mm-hmm. And then also you can turn around on pathways now. So, hey, if you didn't want to go that way, you can turn around now. We've increased inventory space for relics and for talisman. So we have a lot of fun relics. And like last season, I had problems myself being like, man, which one am I going to have to get rid of? Because I really like this one. But I use primarily like the free combo breakers one because I love that one.
Really good one.
And then also we have elemental advantages and disadvantages. So when you walk up to an encounter, it'll tell you if your character is an advantaged or disadvantaged for this fight based on their elemental types.
May want to pull somebody in off the bench to do that.
Absolutely,
for you.
Yep.
totally. And then in addition to that, we also are letting you preview the rewards to mini bosses and major bosses, so you can be like, ooh, what am I going to get from this? And the seasonal tower, too, you can see what skin you're working towards, how many completions it is, and things of that nature.
Great.
Yeah. So we've been listening, and then there's a couple other, goofy one-off things. We'll have the free trial tower, of course, for Homelander and for Ferra. And this season's Titan may be my favorite of all times.
It's mine too. It's very, very funny.
And and that's about it. And we've got little Shao here too. He's here to support us today.
Sitting at the desk with us. No
Yep.
desk, I
Yep.
guess.
Shao, very supportive, very nice
supportive,
guy.
very suck. Oh, I'll get back to it. So that's what we've got coming for Invasions.
Sounds great. There aren't a lot of gameplay sort of like character balance things this time around because we're barreling towards Final Combat, which is in Toronto this year. I will be there. I'm very excited to see everyone.
Bring me back a poppers.
I will do that.
Okay.
14th to the 16th of June, and then it's also last chance qualifier there, and the last time to sign up for that is June the 10th.
Woo!
So, and if you're in the area of Toronto, sign up and come see us. It's going to be a really good time. Speaking of
good times,
yes, the tournaments, Combo Breaker was just this.
Oh, that was a good time.
Just recently, a couple of made it out from the studio. Quite a few people from the studio made it out, and what a really great time. Want to give a major props to Rick and his team, everyone who puts that thing together. It is a monstrous endeavor, and the building was beautiful and amazing, and it was just a cool vibe. Like,
it's always a great electric environment.
Yeah.
It's always awesome to see all the fans and the people competing. I have to say my highlight personally was Sonic's run through losers to like get back into winners.
Lower bracket.
Sorry, my apologies. Anyway, and then like when he pulled out Omni-Man and Movado, and people were like, "What the heck is this combination?" Like it blew my mind, and I was rooting for Sonic. I can't lie. I'm always rooting for Sonic.
Big congrats though to Nicholas.
Yeah.
For taking the thing. Just the level of play keeps getting bigger, and it's all gonna come to a head at Final Combat, and I'm super excited to be there for that.
And those younger kids are getting better and better. They're rising up.
I know. Like, you watch the modern play, and it's just like they're so far ahead of where we were even 10 years ago. It's very cool.
Really cool to watch, and just congratulations, of course, to all of our the pro players who were able to come out and play. Really incredible the show you put on. So thank you so much for that. Mm-hmm. Now that's out of the way.
We did it.
We got a little more to go.
No, I thought we were going into birthday shoutouts.
Nope, we're going to go right to, we have a new character in the game.
Yep.
Coming up very shortly. Homelander, can you tell everyone what you see Homelander is as a character?
Homelander to me is, at his core, a pretty basic jack-of-all-trades character that can kind of keep you out, can get in, kind of a brawler and all that. But then it's all tied together with his ability to fly, and that's what kind of aids his mobility, his mix-ups, his ability to actually escape, stuff like that. And I think that's just a really neat kind of factor. You'll have this character that's pretty straightforward and simple to play, but then you have everything is wrapped up in his ability to fly in a really kind of unique way.
Which we're going to, of course, show in the breakdown, and we're going to show Ferra as well. But before Ferra, let's take a look at Homelander.
Let's do it.
All right, let's take a look at Homelander.
Soup's excited. Let's do it.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
Quality.
That's right.
So, as you'd expect, not exactly a martial artist, more of a brawler. He just kind of punches you really quickly and really hard. I think his throw really shows his strength.
That's what I was talking about earlier. That
just
fourth wall break.
The cockiness of it is great. He also has his eye beams, which he uses on his down 4, his sweep, and a bunch of his special moves, which we'll get into.
Lasers.
Yeah, he's a big fan of lasers.
Like, even his ducking attack, or just ducking, just shows off his personality. Like,
It's
what are you
great.
going to do?
Yeah, he's so cocky.
You know?
We're ants to him. So let's check out one of his key normals, his back 1. This is his normal that has the most range. It is a high, so you got to look out for down pokes and duckers. But it has great range, and you can hit from into a combo, and he just shoves you away.
Which
Effortlessly.
is pretty good for him as a character to get you out of the way sometimes.
It's a great point. Then for mids, he has this forward 1, which it doesn't quite have the range of a back 1, but it is mid, which is great.
He's got the spinning backhand.
Which is one of my favorite moves in game.
Very disrespectful.
You do it in the office all day long.
Not great.
Back 2-2, 1+3 ends in a throw where he gouges your eye out, which is, I love the design team really nailed it. This guy fights dirty. Despite his super strength, he's just nasty about the way he fights.
So is he pushing your eyeball in or pulling your eyeball out?
I think he's pushing it out and then throwing away the
What a jerk.
little...
The Detrius.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. Another normal I'd love to show is forward 4, which is this low laser sweep, and you can actually combo off of it. I think that'll be one of his best combo starters. And it hits low, which is always great. And then lastly, this normal I think is probably his coolest, is this ear clap. He claps you in the ear. It actually does this cool, like, deafening sound effect. And then it has a neat little bonus where if it's a counter hit, he gets a full combo.
Oh, that's cool. And it's like another sort of reference to the show, too, which I love.
Exactly. One of the best scenes from season 2, I think. So let's go over his special moves. First off, the eye beams. Everyone saw them in the trailer. He's got a straight beam. The EX1 is extra powerful and knocks you down. Low one, you can use it to go under fireballs, stuff like that. Keep him from advancing forward. An anti-air one, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you think they're going to jump, you do it,
Right.
and they'll regret jumping.
Yep.
And then he has a sweeping laser, which is very cool. The startup is pretty slow, but on hit, you get this big knockback. You can do corner combos, and on blocked, they're pushed back. So this one is kind of, hey, you're up close, I want to keep you away. And that complements the ones where you are away, and I want to keep you away, or keep you contained.
Yeah, if you're in the corner, you can do corner comms and that sort of thing.
That's right, corner comms.
Good old corner comes. Trying
They're
to bring that
back.
back.
They're back.
Yeah, good luck. And also for people that might be wondering, Homelander's earpiece is his cape, belt, and the shoulder patty things.
Pauldrons.
No one uses that word. No one uses that word.
All right, so he also has this flight move where he flies up in the air and then comes down looking very, very cocky and regal. If you EX it, it has armor and it knocks them down. So that's kind of his, hey, you're up close, you're pressuring me, get off me move. He literally gets off, like flies up and is just gone. Then he has this God complex move in the air where he kind of goes into this,
Praise me.
yeah, very, very arrogant pose.
Regal.
And you can go left or right and float, release it at any time. You can just land or go directly into flight, which we'll talk about in a minute. And that's a low hitting move when he comes down, little stomp. And then probably his most like kind of notable move, that the move that kind of wraps everything together, is the diabolical dash, command dash.
Kind of the glue of his kit.
Exactly. Like everything ties to this. He dashes forward, it's a command dash, it's back forward too. And from there, he has 4 different options. He has the pop-up you've seen, where he knocks you up,
Leaves the air
gets a
comms.
combo. He has this knee, which is safe on block and mid. You get a knockdown. He has the big ol' mighty boot that's
boot.
plus on block and knocks them down.
And my favorite.
The grab, which is actually like a throw. Like if they're stand blocking, they'll be thrown.
Which you can do from, like, it's a throw from distance if you...
Right.
Yeah.
So you can go in and do a throw, go in and do, like if you think they're going to duck block, you can use this mid and get frames, all the different kind of mix-ups you can think of.
So he's got all the tools.
You pretty much, like his offense is kind of tied to this diabolical dash, which you can also do in the air, and it has slightly different, like, animations. Like the throw becomes this cool next snap, where he drops them down. And the back forward one becomes like a ground combo instead of knocking you up. And you can do both to like do long combos, which you can see in the trailer and the fight we're going to show after this.
Oh yeah, there were some long air combos in that trailer, and I was like, that looks nice.
His combos are very fun to do too. So then let's talk about flight. At any point, you can get up and flip stance and it'll start floating. And from there you can move around completely, it's full flight. He also then you can drop down, and he gains...
So let's say that one more time, like, because it is a different way of getting into the air, too. You're
Correct.
using your flip stance button and up.
Yes, that's right. And from there, he has a couple of new moves. He has a down beam. He has straight beam, so you can kind of keep them grounded, keep them out of the air, which is exactly what he wants. And then he can do the diabolical dash from flight. So you can do stuff like all the different moves. You can do the grab, and you can just land, and you can use it to get in very quickly. You can use it to go past them for mix-ups.
He owns
And
the
he can
air.
drop down.
That's basically-
Exactly.
he
And if you
owns
look
the
at the
air.
rest of his kit, a lot of it is based on keeping you out of the air. So
And
then
he is-
he's free.
This is fully fleshed out flying. He is
Exactly.
flying.
Now, I think one of the coolest things, though, is you can actually use it a lot quicker than you might think, and you can go into his air normals. Here's my favorite example. You'll notice we talked a lot about lows, throws, and all that, but I never said the word overhead. Typically, he doesn't really have an overhead. However, air attacks are overheads. So what you can do is go into flight almost instantly and do a jump attack. I'll show you.
And that counts as an overhead.
Exactly.
That was
Now I'll
quick.
do it very slowly so you can kind of see what I mean. I'm going into flight, hitting 4, going into a jump attack, canceling that into diabolical dash 1 into my combo. So it's almost like, very, very, and I don't want to say instant, but very quickly you can go into flight, cancel into a jump attack, which becomes an overhead, and that's going to complement all his mix-ups. So you can mix it up with the 4-4, the throw. You could not do the jump attack. You could diabolical dash over their head, come down, just land. All the options you can do in the air, you can do just on the ground. You can do it in combos and instantly go into flight. You can then, resume your zoning, or again, diabolical dash in, land if you don't, fake them out, go
So
for a
it's-
50-50.
It's interesting, like his ground version, you don't have to be worried about overheads, but you always have to be worried about overheads because of his flight.
Exactly.
So he actually does have overheads, it's just they're gained a different way.
Yep, exactly. I think it's a really neat way to do his mobility and his mix-ups, all tied around the diabolical dash and the flight. I think when you first start playing him, he'll seem, like I said, pretty straightforward, jack of all trades, just kind of a brawler, and you're like, that's cool, his animations are cool, this is all great. When you get into flight, you're like, wow, hitting these buttons is really, really fun. He kind of really opens up when you start looking into flight. I think it's a ton of fun.
A lot of satisfying combos, basically.
Yeah, I think he'll really appeal to kind of creative people that like, the setups and the big combos and stuff like that. He'll be a great, here's this video on Twitter of the stuff you can do in the corner using sweeping laser into flight. It's very cool.
yeah.
And we haven't even talked about, what people will be using for cameos.
Exactly. I mean, again, that can just complement his mix-ups, complement, you could have a cameo. Like, you could use, for example, if you're having trouble keeping them out of the air, Sonya's Square Wave. And then the last thing I want to talk about is his Fatal Blow. He can do it on the ground. It's a low laser, but then a neat thing, he can do it in flight.
And that is Homelander.
Yep.
Soup's
work.
awesome. Soup's awesome.
Soups. Very
He's a
cool.
nasty guy.
really, really interesting. Just the mobility, the flight, and Homelander will be with you very soon. But we're not quite done yet because we do want to show the new cameo that's coming out later. Ferra.
Farrah, I'm really excited for this one.
I was a huge Ferrator fan in X. I've been very much looking forward to Ferra being in the game, and she is not disappointing to me.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite of the post-release cameos. I think I love that little gremlin. I love her little voice. I like her personality. She's great.
She's crazy. I love it.
Has a lot of fun things, and we're going to show them here right now.
Let's do it.
All right, so the way she works is very interesting, and it's not like most cameos. You hit R1 and you basically become like Ferrator. She controls your movement now. I absolutely loved the walking back.
She's
Yeah.
in control. Yeah.
And every button you hit gives you a different classic Ferrator move. Like, let's start with one of the most iconic is that neutral jump punch from MK1.
I spammed that as a player.
I think
Can confirm.
every Ferrator player did.
There was no reason not to.
Right. Standing 1 becomes this big wind-up punch. It's a mid-combo starter.
It covers a good amount of distance.
It does. 2 becomes an overhead.
So there's an overhead.
Another
for
mix.
Well,
3.
there's an overhead for Homelander now. So
That's right.
There you go.
3 becomes my favorite, the bowling ball slide. Just rolls her out. I love how you're throwing her around and she just seems to like it.
Yeah, she's crazy.
And do keep in mind, we do have the cameo meter on full.
Yes, these
So-
moves would drain, but so I'm not having to reset it non-stop. We're showing you. And then she also has a throw. Like, she has a normal cameo throw, like in the neutral, but when she's on your back, you get a throw.
Bonus throw.
Right, you have throws, overheads, lows, combo starters, a tremendous jump attack. But what if I said that's not all she can do?
Oh, what else is there, Steph?
Pain and Gain is back.
Okay.
She stabs you, she can do it up to twice. You gain a damage buff, and then armor when she's stabbing you. So that's something you can use if you don't kill yourself on accident, but
We've seen before.
yeah. And you can use the armor, if you predict an attack and you want to activate it. And then lastly, I think this might be my favorite thing about her. Instead of jumping on your back, she can do Peanut Gallery, where she comes out and cheers for you. And if you successfully attack, you gain more super meter.
You see how super meter
And you
really
can see
moving.
how exciting she is.
Oh, she's hyping it up.
But if you get hit, she gets sad and
Aw.
upset, and you lose meter instead.
Nobody wants a sad Ferra.
Yeah, she'll literally turn red and kind of pout.
So throw her out there. When you have the momentum and you start getting there, and then increase
Exactly.
your momentum.
Yep. So, basically, it's as simple as I said. You hit R1 and you become Ferrator from MKS.
Ferralander at this
yeah,
point. Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she'll be great for maybe you're playing a character that doesn't have the best mix-ups. Now you do. Awesome combo extensions, and she's just super entertaining to have on the fight. Like if you just want someone to give you good vibes and
Support you.
right there you go.
I like how
be
she
in the-
tries to keep up with you too.
It's so fun. So that's Ferra.
Awesome.
Great. Thank you so much. Ferra also coming to Mortal Kombat 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Well, that's about it for the day. But we
Except
do have, I know.
for that's not even loud enough.
I think it's fine.
That's not even loud enough.
The people
That's about right.
demand it being loud.
Yeah, cool. All right.
All right. I think that was about. There it is.
There it
That
was.
was the
Yep,
one.
yep.
That was the one.
Everyone's favorite part of the show.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. Birthday shout outs. And remember, help me with names. All right. All right. Happy birthday to Molly the Cat, Brett Beeling, Corey Taylor, Hector Sanchez, Chevy Hossein, Ryan Torrey, Jandyman Anderson, Dan Weiland, Chris Chapman, Brian Fox, Matt Erickson, Cole Krabowski. Did I get that
Sure.
right? Okay, let's go with it. Bob Perry, Carly Gemmel, Joshua Gutierrez, or the Gooey as we like to call him, Joe Berger, Andrew Richmond, Vincent Wilder, Antonio DeFrancisco, let's go with that, John Vogel, Karazza, Rocco Marquise, Rocco, William Perez Valens, Royce Woods, and my sisters, Kelly and Gina. Happy birthday.
All right. Well, happy
that's
birthday
nice.
to everyone. That's awesome. and we have
That's it?
well, not quite.
Belt battle.
No, not yet. You still need to keep practicing.
Me?
Yes. We do have, after this, we'll close today with a QA fight with
Yep.
Homelander, so you can see him in a real battle and maybe a fun ending like the last time. But other than that, that has been Homelander and Ferra. Thank you so much for joining us. Y'all have a good time?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great.
I always love showing off this stuff.
Super fun. So we will see you very soon. Until then, this has been the Kombat Cast. Thank y'all.
Bye.
Cage Mansion.
First Omni-Man, now you. I am done with caped villains.
I wear it better.
Round 1. Fight.
My condition is worsening.
Round 2. Fight.
I am better.
Final round. Fight.
You picked a stupid way to die.
Brutality. Homelander wins.